Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Crossroads Sports Weekend Update. I'm your host, Brandon Reef, co-host Jonathan Birdsong. JB, how has your week been? I've been out on a golf trip all week, so I am back in the saddle, back home as of tonight. How are you, man?
Doing just fine, man. Hopefully, we don't have any connection snafus. You know what I'm saying?
You look great now.
Sweet. We've upgraded a little bit around here. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, our broadcasting goes a little bit smoother than it has, you know what I'm saying, in the past.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. John, man, I guess where to start? The New York Knicks have a 2-0 lead against the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Finals. Won both games in San Antonio. Now going back to the Mecca tomorrow, it's going to be rocking for like 200 some $1,000 a ticket up front if you want to get those seats up close.
Yep.
Two things. Oh my God, I can't believe the Knicks are actually doing this. And secondly, Jalen Brunson, dog.
Jalen Brunson is the dog, man. So um it's an amazing run for the New York Knicks. 13 straight wins. You know what I'm saying? The comedy of errors that they had with the Eastern Conference is out of their rear view mirror. They didn't come in necessarily rusty, even though in these last two games they've kind of had to overcome, you know what I'm saying, a big lead by the Spurs. But that just kind of speaks to the Spurs being, you know, a kind of collapsed team. Like you kind of said a couple weeks ago, man, they're gonna have to conserve Wemby's energy, because when his energy is high and they're playing efficiently and playing through him, playing really through him. And we're not, you know what I'm saying, this necessarily having him shoot threes and initiate, you know what I'm saying, a point guard offense from the top of
Right.
the key. They play a whole lot better. So um it's wild, man. But like, dude, it's the Knicks is gonna win the chat. Brandon Reeves. All analytics point to, like, and like I said, like how they were playing. Even in the second game, I'll speak on that a little bit. Expect the second game, man. Even they didn't necessarily, still down in that game as well. They didn't necessarily get the best out of necessarily their role players. Yes, they got a good game out of Bridges. They got a good game out of OG. But the homie Josh Hart couldn't buy a bucket second game, but he was there always with the critical rebound, there always with a critical steal, there always with a critical stop, man. So the Villanova Knicks, you know what I'm saying, and Karl Anthony Towns, who you know what I'm saying, a lot of people been heavy critical on since he left Minnesota, even when he was in
Stepped up.
Minnesota, but since he left Minnesota, you know what I'm saying, been heavy critical on him. He's played, you know what I'm saying, some A1 basketball, man. So the Knicks are kind of got themselves primed to be this year's NBA champions, man. But they got to, you know what I'm saying, dig deep to get two more games in.
Yeah, absolutely. Carl Anthony Towns, his plus minus 12 and a half, 12.5 right now. He's averaging 19 and a half for this series. Brunson averaging 25, and OG Onobi 17, Mikael Bridges 14, Shamit 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's five guys right there, all in double figures, and that's what they need, right?
Yep.
Um, Hart's got the double figures in rebounds, averaging 10 and a half per, which is huge for an NBA Finals for a guy like his size. On the other side, Stephen Castle, I need you to step up, man. I need you to be the guy that you were in the Western Conference. I don't know if that 7 game series just kind of taxed you or what, but I mean, you're averaging 15, but averaging at least 4 turnovers a game. You're minus 7.5 on your plus minus. Uh, need that step up because right now Wemby's the only one there. Harper, Castle, and Fox all 13. Fox, we need more out of Fox.
Definitely, man. And technically anybody else who's kind of coming off the bench, whether it be Champagny, I know I messed up his name, or, you know what I'm saying, long in the two
Champagne.
veteran Champagne. I said Champagne. I like saying Champagne, it's better. Or even if it's the, you know what I'm saying, long in the two veterans they have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get 6 minutes, man, like you're gonna have to do something. So
Yeah.
Spurs play smarter, they'll bounce back in the series. But as all the juice is with the Knicks, man, right now, for sure.
So next game is going to be tomorrow night, Monday night, 8:30 p.m. in the Mecca, and then Game 4 Wednesday night, 8:30. Right after our show Wednesday night will be the game at the Mecca at 8:30. And then Game 5 will be Saturday. That this coming Saturday, if necessary.
This is
And
must win. This is must win territory. This
They
is
gonna
must
get
win.
swept? You think they get swept? Or
This
they
is
get one?
this is must not gentleman sweep is not. They're not coming back to. They're not coming back. They're not going back to San Antonio.
Uh-oh.
And they got like the Spurs have to win this next game. It's a must win. They have
Okay.
no mojo. You lost home court. You've been up both games, and your star players playing average, and your other all star players are playing. You know what I'm saying? Or the best team players are playing. You know what I'm saying? Subpar too. So this is a must
Right.
win. And if they don't win, they will get swept.
Game one averaged 17 million viewers for game one, which says the NBA. John says NBA ain't hurting for viewership. It's a basketball world, as Jonathan
It's
Birdsong would say.
basketball, right? Everywhere, every root of you know what I'm saying of this country, of this world, technically. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. We had a couple trades last week in the NFL. Myles Garrett to the Rams. AJ Brown finally going to the Patriots. Thoughts on those two trades?
uh the Cleveland Browns pick up a solid player in Jared Verse. You this really no question marks on this, man. Like, where's LA getting this money from? That's the only kind of question mark. You kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Right.
know, especially with right after this trade kind of happened, they was talking about Aaron Donald potentially coming out of retirement. But you know what I'm saying? Again, where would they get that money? Where would they get those funds from? So timing of it kind of questionable, man, for Cleveland, but they did get enough back in return with some of those draft picks coming in for next year to rebuild their team. Um, Team of Destiny again. All eyes are going to be on the Rams. It's Brandon, irritatingly, man. I'm tired of Stafford. Irritating. I'm tired of McVay.
Damn.
And if they don't, I'm sorry, Brandon. I know, man. So you open can of worms, man. If they don't win Super Bowl, then you just with the Dallas Cowboys. You just an annoying football team with overpaid everything, overpaid roster, overpaid coach. That's what they'll be to me. But like, nah, man, good pickup for them. Um, they gotta win. You know what I'm saying? They got enough to, so they feel like, what I'm saying, to get to win the Super Bowl. But like, man, Brandon Reeves, like super teams don't win Super Bowls in the NFL. We know this. Super teams, just because you have big names everywhere, don't necessarily win Super Bowls. So we'll see, LA Rams, what you got.
What's your thoughts on? Sorry, my pen just exploded.
No, it's not
What's
good.
your thoughts on? We're one step closer to the Hammond Bears.
Oh man, you want me to explode, don't you?
The
I
Hammond
don't know.
Bears.
I feel like, man, the more and more people that are for it, they say it like it's going to happen. But transparently, Brandon, like, it hasn't officially been signed because the NFL hasn't looked, you know what I'm saying, signed off on it. And there's other logistical things that kind of have to happen as well, man. The McCoskey family, did I mess up their name? You know what I mean? Got a sweetheart deal to move their team 17 miles away to Hammond, Indiana. Uh, the state of Indiana governor, you know what I'm saying? Mike Braun gave them a sweetheart deal. Better than he gave his people of his own. That's another conversation. Better than he gave the people of Indiana. But yeah, gave them
Right.
a sweetheart deal to kind of coming over. Brandon Reef, my smart brain kind of tells me though that will the name come over as well? Will it be the Chicago Bears? And
Yes.
Brandon Reef. Okay, ding along ling long. If that's the case, then you're gonna have to pay for the licensing of the name of Chicago. You would assume. You would have to assume. No, you shaking your head, but yes. In other cases, oh, the lawyer's gonna come out on this one, friend. If that team does move, the lawyer's gonna come out in because when the St. Louis Rams did move to LA, they
Yeah,
did
but
sue the they sued the city. They sued the city for like $400 million, and they got $250 million back in the settlement. In order
but
to use
that's going across the country. I mean, you're going. They're still right there in the greater Chicago area.
Ding Dong, I like what you said. I'm glad you remind me. I'm glad you remind the people of that. So, like, how many airports are there in the greater Indianapolis, Indiana area? They're trying to logistically move the NFL and whatever kind of comes with the NFL. We all know what comes with the NFL. We all know it comes with networks. We all know it comes with everything else that comes kind of. I'm not poo pooing it.
But
I'm
okay,
just trying to tell you. I'm just telling you what kind of comes with it.
let me get you on the other side. Cheaper food prices, cheaper parking, cheaper lodging, cheaper game tickets, probably being outside of the Chicago city itself, where those prices are all jacked up, right? So
The
that's going to
toll,
be a little fan
the
friendly, you would think.
the tolls ain't go. The tolls gonna be fan friendly to the people of
And they're going to
Chicago.
have a subway out there. They'll have a train that runs out there too. So
Okay, so think about this one though, Brandon,
drove by it this morning.
and I love it. I love it. This is great. There's two airports in Chicago,
Yep.
and Soldier Field.
Yep.
Is that going with the Bears? Is that going with the Bears?
Soldier Field?
Yes. Or
No,
where they
it's
currently
down.
or getting tore down. So and the on the other Arlington field, that's getting tore down as well.
That's a horse track.
Right. So
Probably stay a
so
horse track.
Soldier Field's getting torn down. That's prime real estate. I'm trying to tell you, the NFL will now allow a vacuum to be there. And there will be another team in Chicago. That is too much prime real estate. If you think Hammond, Indiana, ladies and gentlemen, is prime real estate, you trying to tell me Chicago land right down of the historic? Like, dude, y'all
Who
love
said?
not
Who says
y'all.
that?
Brandon Reed, you don't love Chicago. You love Cincinnati. I'm not trying to big boy you, man. Like
But
the people, the other people that ear chime me that we don't talk about the Cubs and we don't talk to the Chicago Bulls enough. Like they love the historics that come with Soldier and all that
I
over there.
understand that. But what
Mm-mm.
about if you get rid of? I mean, who's to say that the White Sox don't get rid of their baseball field and go to a new one? I think
It
it's new within the last 20 years,
it
but
won't be Indiana because Major
no,
League
not Indiana.
Baseball.
But I'm saying where the old
Yeah,
Soldier Field was.
Major League Baseball. Well, okay, no, okay. I'm saying they have an operation, but again, the NFL will now allow all that money to go that they missing over there that they think they're gonna get over here. That's not gonna happen. I'm just letting you know. They're not gonna allow a vacuum to happen. Did they? Hey man, hold on. Did they crazily? Let me think about this. Did they crazily allow a vacuum to happen in Cleveland when the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore? They didn't, and that's Cleveland. How you
Cleveland's
feel
moved
about
out, by the way.
how? No,
I
no, no,
just
no, no,
talked.
no. That's
No, no,
fine.
no. I talked
This
to Cleveland. On my trip, there is a Cleveland Browns diehard. That stadium, they've got that new stadium coming in. It's got the retractable roof. It's not even in Cleveland, John.
is it
It's
the Cleveland?
outside the city.
Is it Cleveland? Is it Ohio?
It's in Ohio, but it's outside the
Thank,
city.
thank you. Did the Cleveland Browns? Did the state of Ohio get a team? Yes, they did.
Okay.
They did. Again, man. I it, again, man. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have the crystal ball evidence to show you, man. They will now allow a vacuum to be in the state of in the city of Chicago. I promise you, they will not.
So they're saying if the Bears go to that place, go to Hammond, Indiana, that the new proposed space would be transformed possibly into either a year-round public park or a multi-purpose soccer/concert venue, or an enclosed stadium with surrounding entertainment district for that stuff. I can see
Well,
it turn into a concert place. They need it for Lollapalooza, anyways. Right now, they're using Grand Park.
sure, sure. Hey man, tell me how much the concert series runs through Fort Wayne. That's the second big. That's the second biggest city in Indiana, and the
Stop
concert
it.
series. It is. The concert series still come through Indianapolis. Everything. Your Shania Twains, your MC Hammers, whoever. They still come through
Why
Indiana.
are you hating this move so much?
Ain't nobody hating on it.
You are. You're hating on it. Old school,
So
old head, old head.
old head says like again. That's a two airport again. Like they got bigger. They got this a bigger city, man. Like why would the NFL say we're
What's
gonna
up,
move?
indie sports fan? Appreciate you.
We're gonna move from Chicago to Mayberry. We're gonna create a Mayberry.
They got some
We're gonna move
casinos out there.
the casino that failed. That was supposed to support what was lost by the steel mill.
Michael Jackson's family's still running it up there. Come on now. I
What
saw the sign.
and then we get into this using public funds, and I'm not saying
Yeah.
public funds. Public funds have not been used in sports history, as we all know. The Green Bay Packers, like there's some type of ownership with the people, like between the people and the team, right?
Right.
We also know here personally here, CIB controls the funding, between what's given to the Colts and the Pacers and whatnot. But again, there's also there's some tax breaks and whatnot that the ownership and whatnot gets also. But like, I don't know, man. I'm not. I just, just kind of beware what you're getting into, man. Especially with somebody that's ready to give up the historical everything that they had with that particular city to come to quote unquote greener pastures of corn of Indiana. Be careful what you wish for, and be careful what business partners you necessarily get
Be
yourself
careful,
into.
John. Just be careful. Be careful. I gotta know your thoughts. NCAA rejected Texas Tech's appeal to reinstate Sorsby, the former Hoosier quarterback. That's a hot mess coming on, John. Keep talking. I gotta shut the door.
No, man, do your thing, man. Though that's a hot mess, man. Homie, you guys a big like when it comes out, his report, he has a big time problem with gambling, and he gambled on teams that he gambled on teams that he's playing for. I don't care if he wasn't playing, like you gamble on team that so you have information and like how you run, how your team and operates, and you're on the field. So that's a huge no. He also gambled on like whatever. He gambled on, it sounded like if a cricket could sneeze, he put a gamble on.
Right?
So like he has
I think
like
he gave it to his family and friends to bet
yeah,
for him.
yeah, so like $90,000 in receipts of like gambling. Like, nah, man. He better just hope that the NFL allows. He has second string quarterback talent. So he better just hope the NFL. I would go back if I was him. I would just go back to more, what I'm saying, counseling, man, and just that don't deal with the NCAA and just deal with the monster it is next year and dealing with the press and answering like, are you cleared of like whatever woes you? You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, you were in college, man, because the
Right?
NCAA don't want you. They got enough problems. They got Nick Saban out there crying.
Did you read the bipartisan Congress bill or see the highlight? I mean, we talked about it last week on our show,
Yeah.
but this past Friday, your boy, Mr. Sankey, went on your other buddy's Paul Feinbaum show and said that there was no talk of a merger with the Big Ten into a super league, and called that notion of his conference winning a former super league not consistent with the truth. He outlined that the SEC does not support the bipartisan bill introduced last week to Congress that would regulate college sports landscape. He said there's about 12 big bucket of issues the SEC needs to analyze first in the 111 pages. It's all about the media rights. That's one of the biggest things. Your boy Sankey.
Why? I don't
He's
have a
losing his
check.
grip. I talked to some SEC guys. They said, man, they ain't seen Sankey like this. He's grasping right
He's
now.
right. He's run out of plays. He doesn't have any more. Like, what can we do as a conference? Because unfortunately, that's how the SEC has historically rolled. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird. You know what I mean? But like, he can't go into no conversation with the Big Ten, trusting that the Big Ten is gonna do him any type of favors.
Right?
So like, nah, man. And it's weird, Brandon, that nobody's having those type of side conversations with the Big 12 or any other entity. So it's these two big dudes on the street. They kind of Big Ten sounds like they're kind of fine with the way things are, Brandon. Whether it's a 24 team playoff, 12 team, whether they go back to the BCS, they're kind of cool with it. I would imagine this Big Ten would like to have Notre Dame on their side.
Right.
Period. Now I know I've been saying things differently the last saying couple seasons of college football, but as we are drawing lines in the sand, you know, it wouldn't be bad for the homies down in South Bend to go ahead and say, well, why don't we just do a Big Ten deal instead of an ACC deal? The Big Ten would give them a sweetheart deal. You know what I'm saying? The Big Ten would give them a
Right.
sweetheart deal.
Right.
But no, I don't know. Sorry, Greg. Try again. Call me. Call me. I'll help you out.
Pour one out. 90s NBA,
I already
Chicago
know what you're talking
Bulls,
about. I already know.
R.I.P. Stacey King.
I already know, man. He just on broadcast, man. He does great Bulls broadcast, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's that version of Smothered Chicken, Quinn Buckner, man, but he comes with a little extra. I'm gonna miss him. I really am, for real, man. Not that we all know Stacey, the homie, wasn't necessarily a great basketball. I mean, he played for the Bulls, but he's
Come on now.
role player, but like, man, great role player at that. Definitely also another great college player. You know what I'm saying? If you want to toot that horn too, man. But like, last couple of seasons of Bulls broadcast, man, you know, we gonna be missed for sure. for sure.
John, you watch any of the Stanley Cup?
I know it's been nothing but high action, man. When I wake up in the
Vegas,
early morning, man,
wild game
nothing but high
3
action.
last
Nothing
night.
but
You
high
were
action.
watching up in Wisconsin. Wild game 3. Vegas wins in double overtime. They were up 3-0. Then it became 3-3, and then it went 4-3, and then 4, and then overtime. My God,
Overtime.
great.
Hockey overtime's wild.
It's a shame we don't have NBA basketball tonight. By the way, that they saved it for a Monday.
Again, it's weird, man. Adam Silver, man, he needs to have the come to Jesus moment. I don't know he's a Jewish man, but he needs to talk to somebody other than what I'm saying, himself, man, because some of these moves, I don't know. But the networks kind of run operation too, so.
Let's see if you brushed up a little bit on your history or your
Well,
not your
one,
history, but your sports acumen right now. Jonathan
go ahead.
Birdsong, who is leading Major League Baseball with the most wins right now?
Atlanta Braves.
Atta boy,
Fuck
45-21, Atlanta Braves. I was
around, man.
you to say
I'll tap
Dodgers.
into it. I'll tap into it every now and then, man. You know, you talk about teams moving. Mike Braun, you might want to call the Colorado Rockies. They might want to move. They might want to come up north, man. If Major League Baseball approve it, man. But like, nah, man. We still tap into it, man. Major League Baseball, for sure.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be. It's not necessarily just a 3-peat for the Dodgers just yet, y'all. I want it to be, but I don't think so.
Your division leaders right now, Tampa and the Yankees are tied. The Guardians are up 2 games on the White Sox. The White Sox are playing great baseball right now. Seattle leading in the West, 2 games over Texas. Braves are up 9.5 on the Phillies, who have struggled, and they fired their manager. And since then, Donnie Baseball's kind of helped lead them back. Mets are atrocious, even though they've won 7 in their last 10 or so, but atrocious.
I know the Reds was last, but hell,
we're last. We lost 4 in a row. We're last. We just got swept by the Cardinals, I think, or lost 2 or 3.
At one point last week, they had a winning record, still being last because that
Cubs
division's kind of tough.
Cubs 34-31. They play tonight against San Francisco. That's your Sunday night baseball game tonight.
Okay, they still got the Cubbies, yeah, Chicago.
Chicago, right? Exactly. What else do you have, John? You got anything as we go?
No, I know Brandon said he'd been on a, golf trip, man. As we kind of go through these basketball lulls, I've been finding myself going through, some withdrawal, man. So I go to the history of it, man. So, Indiana, UK is playing later on this year. I can't wait for that, man. So I had to go back down. That's where I've been saying on the chat, man. I went back down to the history of Kentucky versus IU, man, from 86, 93. 2011, 2016. Because you know what, Brandon Reed, when we get back to college basketball, I got to call out both these basketball teams, man, because they're supposed to be blue blood programs, man, and it's just not there no more. With both these programs, it's not there no more. It's a lot of hype with Blue Glass Nation. It's a lot of hype. They do get it, they do get 2 or 3 NBA players every year, and then that kind of transitions out for them every year, but we definitely know the Hoosiers. When's the last time the Hoosiers was ranked number 8 in the nation? You know what I'm saying? So, give me. I'm ready for the Blue Bloods to start acting like Blue Bloods, man. So that means that IU, Kentucky, Kansas, Louisville, Duke.
I want to give a round of applause that we could say we back the Pac-12. Officially back, John, as of July 1st coming up. We'll be back in less than 30 days. The Pac is back. That's the new tagline. I'm gonna make sure I trademark that.
Let's go, sir.
Can you name the 8 teams that are in the new Pac-12?
I can't, man. But Cal Irvin should be.
I'll give them to you, and I want to see your reaction when I say them.
And
Boise State.
Okay.
San Diego State.
Nice.
Fresno State.
I feel like they used to be in the conference together at one point. Yeah, nice.
Washington State, Oregon State. There's the mainstays.
Okay.
Utah State. Texas State and Colorado State. All state schools.
That's kind of cute.
Why don't we just call it the Pac-12 state?
That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. That's kind of smart of them to get a Texas school in there. You know
Texas
what I'm saying?
State. Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of weird, man. Why don't we do a trade? Why does the MAC do a trade with them and trade that Texas State? No. Yeah, trade them Texas State, and they'll trade them Sacramento. That now all the MAC schools got to play in football, man. Why not? So that's the new Pac-12. I'm with it.
Caden
Pac-12.
Pennick, that'll be probably the star white quarterback in that conference to watch for Washington State. He did come over from UC Irvine. I mean, he threw for 3,200 yards and rushed for 500, had 35 touchdowns there at UC Davis. So he got him in the portal. I think it's an awesome pickup for them. I was kind of hoping he'd end up at Purdue, but he ended up staying out there.
Well, Brandon, Purdue's in transition and leadership.
We've been in that transition ever since Braun left.
You called for it, man. You called for it, and like my man's return, you got it. So there's gonna be a new. I'm sure there's somebody that they kind of got in mind, but there's gonna be a new guy heading your athletic department. Homie retired. He's retiring at the end of the season.
Anything Colts related you want to talk? Anything you pissed at them about?
Not significantly, man. You know, this is Colts Nation.
IndyCar starts in half hour, by the way, for people who love IndyCar.
Everybody knows Indiana is a pro Colt state. You know what I'm saying? That's your football team, Indiana. The Indianapolis Colts. That's your football team.
Okay.
Don't let anybody else tell you nothing else.
All right. That's Jonathan Birdsong. Brandon Rafe will be on Wednesday night before game 4 of the NBA Finals. Hopefully it won't be a sweep. And we'll cover your sports that's happening from tonight all the way through, and maybe a little bit more. We'll see you guys Wednesday night. Take care.
Thanks for watching.
Good Wi-Fi, John. Video and everything perfect.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads sports content.